even talking about by the government or by, some outside force. It's always some inside force. So there's that aspect, and it's just the fact that we do a lot of complaining. Okay, everybody knows what's happened to us throughout history, but has anybody ever really noticed that we don't support each other? Obviously, but we'll stand in line and make the fucking owner of Popeye's Chicken, who was white, by the way, but it doesn't matter. But we always talk about the white man this, the white man that. And like, I'm not, but because I understand it's more than just race, color, or creed. But we always talk about how our disadvantage in life is due to the system of white supremacy, and it's not. It's due to us. It's due to the fact that we don't support each other. The fact that we will stand in line for Popeye's Chicken and make that motherfucker rich, saving them millions on advertisement on a fucking chicken sandwich. But get mad when somebody says some fucked up shit about us. And we get mad in a way like we actually support each other. But yet, black on black crime is at an all-time high. We killing each other, especially out in Chicago, where I'm from, out in Nibiru, the mothership, Planet X, if you will, because that's where it's located in Chi-Town. Well, it's crazy. We shooting each other like crazy, killing each other like crazy. We disrespect each other like crazy, and have the gall, the audacity to act out when someone else says something. I get that we're not gonna have nobody disrespecting us. I get that, but we sit here and act like when things like that happen, when we act like we've been supporting each other this whole time. But if you notice, like when somebody puts on blackface or whatever you want to call it, or this or that, it's a huge fucking problem. We sitting there we come together, but we act like we've been supporting each other this whole time, and not, unbeknownst to everybody else, give that shit 6 weeks or less, even, we're gonna be back to the same shit. Hey, we're gonna be back to the same shit that very night. You know what I'm saying? Not representing ourselves the best. This, that, and the other. You see, black people want we want each other to to have children together, but won't represent ourselves right. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I were a celebrity and I were to have a baby by a white woman, I do fuck with white women, I ain't even gonna lie, I would be crucified. They doing that right now. I don't know why they do that, because I just don't get it. But that would be the focus. That this celebrity, I see it all the time on Twitter, how they talk about how the so-called, black Twitter talks about all these black celebrities who, are with other races. They have children by other people of other races, and that's such a problem when that person doesn't care about black people, but generally that's the one doing the most for us, and we just don't care. We can sit there and talk about that, but we can't come together and, put in on our part of society, make a society for our own. We are a $1 billion industry and then some, selling shit to us, yet we stand in line for Popeye's Chicken. It's owned by white people. I mean, I don't get it. And it's not about white or black, but if we want to, since we always making it about that, look at how much money we spend with other corporations that don't look like us. But yet we get mad at something as little as a black celebrity with a white woman or with a white man. Get the fuck out of here. Or with a Latino, or somebody that's different than us. It bothers me that we do this type of stuff. It's foolishness and fuckery. It's like What do you really want from a nigga? What the fuck do you really want? I don't get it. We don't support each other. We don't come together like we should. It's when we do, it's always under the guise of some bullshit. You know? I just don't get it. And I get a lot of flack sometimes when I post shit on Twitter or respond to somebody about this type of subject. They act like I'm going against the grain, but I'm just being truthful. You know what I'm saying? You'll stand outside for the new Mike Jordans. Mike Jordan over there making Nike rich. He's been making their ass rich. Matter of fact, between him and Prince, you know, they've made that company so much money, but it doesn't matter because they made their bread. They've got their end out of it. That's not the point. The point is, we don't come together, we don't unify. If there is to be any unity in this world, whether you have a partner, you know, that is in the same race or looks like you, is irrelevant. Because I know white people could see a white man with a black woman, but when it's time for them to come to y'all, you know, white people to come together and you know, have what I call that group meeting to get on par with each other, they're not gonna care if that motherfucker with a black woman, or they're not gonna care if she with a white man. I mean, with a black man, she's not gonna care. They're not gonna care. They just want to have that group meeting to get on par with each other. See, black people have that problem. We can never get on par with each other, and every race, color, and creed needs to get on par with each other, so that the representations of those groups or segments of people, the ones who are more enlightened, like myself, we can come together with every race, color, and creed and have a bigger meeting, and then go back to our people and say, hey, this is what we're going to do. And then from there we unify, no matter who we with. You know, this is the move. For there to be unity, we must get on par with our race, our color, or creed, or whoever we identify as. And then men and women must get on par with each other. And then we cooking with grease. Then we can make some change in this world that will sustain itself. But, you know, we holding ourselves back. Not just as when we hold ourselves back as a community, we hold back the rest of the world from that change. Because it takes a fucking collective to do it. But we don't see that. You know what I'm saying? We don't see that. And it really just bothers me a lot when we do these things and we are this way. You know what I'm saying? Didn't nobody say nothing about one of my favorite comedians, Dave Chappelle, back in 2004 and 2003 when he goes on Chappelle's show and he does his Chuck Berry skit as the news analyst. He's in fucking whiteface. And it's the funniest shit in the world. I mean, it literally is. Let somebody throw on blackface and they think it's the end of the world. They think this motherfucker is so racist, this, that, or the other. I mean, they think of the monkey jokes, they think of all different types of shit. I mean, this is what we do. This is who we've become. You know what I'm saying? We don't represent ourselves in a way that is always positive. Some of us do. There's a lot of us that do, and it makes it hard for a lot of us that do. But when they think of the black man and the black woman, they think about the woman twerking, shaking her ass for everybody. They think about a Megan Thee Stallion or a Nicki Minaj versus a Lauryn Hill or a motherfucking Denzel Washington. Shit's ate up, ain't it? Shit's real ate up. It's getting real old real quick. And, you know, this is why I have my YouTube channel, because when things bother me like this, it just builds up, and I have these good perspectives that everybody I know will fuck with, or at least get something out of. Even if you don't fuck with my perspective, I believe you will get something out of it. And I mean, it's just really bothering me because we do shit so hypocritically. We get mad at the black man with a white woman, but they didn't make the white man rich. So, what's really the problem here? I think it's an insecurity, a big one. But it doesn't matter to me because I'm going to continue to try to help us out the most as I can when I feel like it. Because really, I'm just going to be taking care of me and mine and the people that support me. The people that fuck with me, I fuck with y'all. Y'all know who you are. I don't have to say no names. I don't. That's what I wanted to get out of this part of this short talk, is that I'm gonna start taking care of myself as an individual, my family, and the people who fuck with me. I'm not gonna continue to worry about a collective group of people that is just out here wilding and ignorant. I've been dealing with this shit 26 years, as long as I've been alive. But it's really only been bothering me the last 5 years, 10 years. Because that's when I can actually form an actual opinion about this shit. So, to my highly melanated folk who feel what I'm talking about, but would be crucified by our people, you feel what I'm saying, because we'll do that. Somebody who has an opinion that goes against the collective grain, you'll get crucified. But to those who feel what I'm saying, you're not alone. Don't feel bad for taking care of yourself and your family. It's not like you're turning your back on your people. You just know that a lot of our people are fake. Until some racist shit come along. Then they want to cry. Then they want some justice. Then they want shit done. But where was you at the other 364 days of the year? That's the shit I'm talking about. That's what made me, pissing me off. But we're gonna burn some bay leaves and some rosemary. Get these negative vibes out the air. Crack my window. Alright, peeps, we good. We good. Need a lighter. Oh, here we go. It's always good to have fresh rosemary from the garden. Fuck. Where is that? Where did I put it? Oh, well, I got one. I got a light around here somewhere. Got some rosemary for the prosperity, the good vibes, good healing, cleansing vibes. Rosemary burns out kind of quickly when you don't have it bundled. That's what I've been noticing. It'll burn quick. This one is for y'all. This one is for y'all. for the people who support me on all platforms, but especially YouTube. It says love to subs. I'm sending y'all some love because I really do love y'all. Y'all keep me going when I don't keep myself going. You keep me motivated when I don't motivate myself. So I love y'all and I thank you. And I'm gonna be honest, I do know that a lot of my subscriber base is female. You know what I'm saying? It surprised me at first, but now it's just the universe telling me that women actually do fuck with me. My whole life I kind of didn't think so. But now I'm seeing that y'all do, you know? I do have a male base, but they either really just don't comment and they just watch from afar, or it's just a smaller portion of the channel. But I thank you ladies for supporting a man in the fucking Me Too era, because what Me Too has done to the world, you know, and what this feminism shit has done to the world has made the majority of women who identify as a feminist or something like that, like literally when I do my research and when I just sit back and see how things go, it's almost like every single, like it's like the average female thinks that every man is a rapist. Like that's how they act. So I do thank y'all. That means a lot to me, you know. It really does. And I know all you women don't think like that, because obviously I have a lot of women on my channel that support me, like for real. So I do know that it's not true, but it's the average woman. It's how they act, and it's fucking shit up for a lot of people, for a lot of different women, because there's a lot of women out there who have been used and abused by people, and they don't identify as none of that shit. When they don't identify with the Me Too or as a feminist. And those are the women that are silenced by these feminists. You know why? Because those are the women that would put question to that movement. They're like, these women have gone through the same thing y'all been through, if not worse, and for some reason they don't support your movement. That's the question. That's what would go through people's head. They would be like, why? And you would start to think, I be thinking about this kind of stuff. For real. Those are the women that are really silenced. Why? Because it would fuck everything up. Because you would see that just because you're a battered woman and you've been through shit does not mean that you have to identify as one of them motherfuckers. Like, they're just bitter women. It's like, it's crazy. They act like every man does wrong. And that's just not true. Because not every woman does right. You know, that's why I said men and women, we need to be on par with each other. So it's up to the people like myself, up to the men and women like myself to make things right. For us. Lead by example. You know, we will be the change that we want to see. So I thank you again, ladies. This one's just, I'm just going to burn it. It doesn't say anything. I didn't write anything on it. Remember, when you're burning bay leaves, it's just to send a certain vibration out there. Like this one right here says $1 billion, and it says thank you 3 times in the back. I write TY for thank you, and either 3, 6, or 9. You know, numbers of the universe, but the vibration of $1 billion. It's just about the vibration. It doesn't mean the universe will send you a fucking $1 billion, but you'll be on that vibration. Think about people who have that kind of at credit line or money saved up or worth that much money. What is their vibration? It's going to be the vibration of that money or that, of that energy, that currency. So that means you could find a billionaire mentor. You could run into them. You just doing some regular shit one day and run into a billionaire. They end up being your mentor and teach you how to get what they got. And then it works out that way. It could be like that. Or it's just to keep you so high up there. It's shooting for the stars and landing amongst the clouds, per se. So that once you land amongst the clouds and shoot for the stars again, you'll hit the stars. Definitely. You got to. So it's just raising your frequency and your vibration in an intentional way, very high. So that means that abundance and prosperity will start to flow to you in ways that, you've never really experienced. So think about all the avenues that you have for prosperity and abundance and currency and different things like that. It'll fucking quadruple itself if you burn a bay leaf for $1 billion every day. It may not be $1 billion, but beforehand, you probably say, like, if you had trouble manifesting a certain amount of money, you'll be able to manifest it easily. So if you had trouble manifesting $5,000, and you burn a bay leaf for that type of frequency and vibration for a bit, watch 15K fall out the sky, or not out the sky. It'll come through in a favorable way for you. It'll come through on some wild shit. You know what I'm saying? You had trouble manifesting 5K, and now 15K comes. Or, you just really, you just up there in your vibration, just really, 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 really happy to where nothing can bother you at all. That is useful. Use that for manifesting. Use that just to be in that. And be grateful for it. You see what I'm saying? And this bay leaf right here is for the creative outlet. The creative outlet. So, a lot of times I'll burn bay leaves in accordance to one of the last ones that I burned or something that I'm manifesting. And the creative outlet goes with the $1 billion. I could get $1 billion idea. You see what I'm saying? $1 million idea that leads to, me taking that $1 million and investing it wisely, and it becomes $1 billion. You never know, but let your manifestations connect. It's really smart to do things that way, and it's worthwhile. I can already feel my vibration and everything lifting the way I was feeling 10 minutes ago. I feel lifted and gifted, y'all. It's Alchemy of Life, y'all. I'm out. Have a wonderful day. Stay up. I love y'all.